Another beautiful night in El Paso, Texas, as we get ready for El Paso Locomotive FC versus Orange County SC, the defending Western Conference regular season champions. Good evening, everyone. Duke Keith once again with Michael Balagan. And Michael, last week, El Paso Locomotive earns a valuable point versus RGV FC.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a great night for the fans. It was a great night for the team. To be able to get their first point here at home was a terrific night for the group. It wasn't how they wanted the game to finish, how they wanted to end, giving up a late minute goal. However, they definitely earned that point at home, so it's a step in the right direction.
One of the things that El Paso Locomotive FC did have to do was play without their starting central defender, Meshach Jerome, in the starting lineup for Haiti, CONCACAF Nations League qualifying, and a win for Haiti as well. He was in the starting lineup yet again.
Yeah, it's any player that you speak to that gets the opportunity to represent their country will tell you what a great honor it is to be able to play in front of your family, in front of your friends, to be able to put on the jersey for your country and represent them. It's a terrific honor, and I'm sure Meshach Jerome feels the exact same way. However, that being said, I'm sure Coach Mark Lowry is excited to have him back here in El Paso tonight to be able to start for the group.
You talk about Meshach Jerome and international duty. There were some guys right here in El Paso getting national recognition for their efforts. Logan Ketterer nominated for Save of the Week. He wound up second in the voting, but what a save it was against RGV FC.
Yeah, it was a terrific save. What I enjoyed and what I love most about this save, not so much the save itself, but the mental toughness and what it took to be able to make that save. The save comes in the 82nd minute. They had just given up their first goal a couple of minutes prior, and to be able to stay mentally tuned in and to be able to do that and make the save was terrific.
As for Nick Ross, named to the USL Championship Team of the Week, a big goal in stoppage time of the first half and another assist as well.
Yeah, what a great week for Nick to be able to get recognized for his efforts on the offensive and defensive side. I thought it was terrific.
Outstanding. And another big game this evening, as once again it is El Paso versus Orange County FC. Welcome back to Southwest University Park. Duke Keith here with Michael Balagan as we get ready. The eighth notch in full effect and about ready to start tonight's match. Let's take a quick look at the starting lineups. Hello, hello, hello. Check 1, check 2. Okay. And welcome, everybody, to Southwest University Park. Duke, Keith, Michael Balogun. We are about ready to start things up. We'll see if we get an opportunity to take a look at the starting lineups very quickly. As eighth notch in full effect in Section 105. Michael, interesting lineup changes for Orange County SC.
Yeah, definitely. I believe it's been an interesting season for them. I believe they've been hampered by a lot of injuries, so they've played a various number of players. In the first 3 games, they've only had 5 players start and play every single game, which is really unusual for any team. So it's going to be interesting to see how they come together and play tonight.
Missing Kevin Alston in the back as we are underway here from Southwest University Park. And right away, good to have Meshach Jerome challenging to put that back. Interesting for head coach Mark Lowry, Omar Salgado once again starting on the left for Locomotive FC.
Yeah, it definitely worked well last game, so something that they've worked on all week and something that they feel confident about, so I'm not surprised he's back on the left side for the Locomotive.
Trying to play it out of the back. A little bit physical in the early going. The early foul drawn by Seba Contreras. The Argentinian playmaker draws the foul. Our referee tonight is Elton Garcia, Jennifer Garner, Christian Campo, senior and junior assistant. And Jose Villanueva is the 4th official. Meshach Jerome. And you're absolutely right, Mark Lowry ecstatic to have him back in the lineup. We talked about the different lineup changes for Orange County SC. The back line is just one of those things you don't want to mess with. And an early back pass that has to be played by Patrick Mcclain, getting his first start for Orange County SC. He did well just to keep it out of the back of the net. And that miscommunication playing an early role.
Absolutely. That's why it's so important that the back line has that continuity. They play together week in, week out. They train together. Obviously, this week they're bringing in Patrick Mcclain, who wasn't there the first 3 games and hasn't played with the group yet. So it's a lot of moving pieces for this group. I'm interested to see how they gel and how they come together for this game.
Second minute. The corner coming in and headed out of trouble, but not too far. Seba Contreras out to Richie Ryan. Contreras, the cross. Chiro and Toko got a piece, but in front of him. Orange County SC able to make it stick. And solid work by Liam Trotter, who's playing a little more advanced than he usually does. Signed as a defender from AFC Wimbledon in the United Kingdom. They've got him kind of in that number 6 role, looks like, in the midfield. Long attempt up that right wing side. And you can see Locomotive FC wants to start early, trying to spring Brian Rebellon up the wing.
Yeah, definitely. He's a big part of their attack going forward. And if you remember the last game against the RGV Toros, they added a lot of success, and especially in that second half, getting him going forward and tucking in Nick Ross into the middle. So I think that's definitely something that they saw on film during the week and would love to use again this game.
Eighth notch. Keeping the fan atmosphere alive with their El Chuco chants as the ball is put back into play from the keeper. On a breezy night in El Paso, the wind, you can tell, out of the southeast. The flags kind of pinned right now as Locomotive FC will throw it in. Jerome off to James Kiffey. Good work by Salgado to spring himself. Omar Salgado. The low cross and getting a foot to it is Nick Ross. Well covered by Owusu Ansah, Contour Owusu Ansah.
It's a great start for the Locomotive tonight. Definitely good to see them come out, put Orange County under pressure. They're definitely susceptible to giving up goals. Over the last 3 games, they've given up 5 goals in the first half in those 3 games combined. So this is definitely a good start.
Here's Salgado. That one's got a little too much altitude. Stays in play, and it's finally over the back line. Patrick Mcclain talking about a lot of that new chemistry that Braden Cloutier is trying to work in to the defending Western Conference regular season champions. Mcclain just picked up, despite Aaron Cervantes earning save of the week. He is on the bench to start this evening. And Carlos Lopez, who started the first 2 matches for Orange County SC, apparently not on the traveling roster. The wind playing havoc with anything put too far up in the air in this early going. And that is offside. Trying to work it up to Derek Gebhardt. First Locomotive FC player to score more than once. As Nick Ross, the only other player to score. He helped Gebhardt on that second goal, and more miscommunication from the back for Orange County. You talked about this coming into the match, how much Braden Cloutier has had to tweak his starting lineup in the back line, and you see the results of that straight away.
Yeah, absolutely. However, I don't think this is a position that they're worried about. This is definitely something that they're comfortable with. They started the season last year in the exact same position, not winning a lot of games with a few draws and a few losses. And however, they finished top of the conference and was able to get into the playoffs. So this is definitely a position that they're comfortable with, and they're not too worried about it.
Rolled in a touch for Locomotive FC. It's Joe Amico. Here comes James Kiffey. Low driving cross headed out of trouble by Hugo Arellano. Again, the wind catches it as it blows into that southeast breeze, and it almost stayed in play. Locomotive FC leading the USL Championship in terms of passing and passing accuracy. Actually, just passing accuracy, which is certainly the stat that you want to be leading the championship in. 85% connection rate on the passes, and the 3rd most passes in the United Soccer League Championship. Good ball. Gebhardt. He's onside. Gebhardt pops it over, and it is just wide. Patrick Mcclain all over his defense, but it is a goal kick. They say he just missed it.
That's a great ball from Omar Salgado to feed Derek Gebhardt into goal. If you look at Omar Salgado's reaction, he definitely wasn't happy that Derek Gebhardt missed that. It's a wide open opportunity. It's a 1v1 opportunity with the goalkeeper. He's got to do much better with that opportunity. He's either got to make the goalkeeper make a save, or he's got to put that in the back of the net.
I think Mcclain got a break. It certainly looked like he touched the ball.
Yeah, I definitely think the referee missed that one.
Crowd into it on a Saturday night in El Paso, Texas. Played back by Leonardo, who scored the game tying goal versus New Mexico United in stoppage time last week. Late heroics for Orange County SC, much like RGV Toros did against El Paso here last week.
Yeah, they've shown themselves to be a second half team. In the first 3 games of the season, they have scored 5 goals in the second half. They're definitely not a team that's willing to quit. It quits when the going gets tough. So that's something that we'll look out for today.
Amico and Salgado tying up, and they ruled it a corner. Joe Amico, 6-foot defender from Indianapolis, played with Swope Park Rangers, of course. Omar Salgado, the very first signing for this Locomotive FC squad before it even had a name or a coach or anything. Contentious in the box as Elton Garcia has to settle things down a bit. Derek Gebhardt getting tied up with Amico. It'll be Richie Ryan, the veteran Irishman. Low cross, and it is last touched by Yuma, they say. Another corner. Yuma, in front of him was Danny Crisostomo, and looks like he got a piece of the Spaniard too. Making sure the gear is in place. Javier Monsalves Carazo, Yuma. Ryan, another low drive. This one lifted out of the area. But lifted back in, they just missed Salgado. But Seba Contreras will run it down again. Contreras trying to hop it over another corner. Jerry Van Wolfgang, the Dutch midfielder, puts it over the back line. And Locomotive FC with its fourth of the match. We're just into the 11th minute.
Yeah, it's a great start for the Locomotive, really pinning Orange County into their own half, into their own 18. It's a terrific start.
Salgado knocked over. And you can tell the back line is in complete disarray for Orange County. Just trying to settle things down. Hugo Arellano knocks over Salgado. And away we go. Ryan to the far post. Knotted out by Leonardo. Rebellon will keep a hold of that, working against Amico. Gets into that win. Ryan with a touch. Yuma apparently called for the foul. And Elton Garcia telling exactly where the ball needs to be started from, and Yuma getting a word of advice from the referee. Arellano will cross it on the restart. You can see the Locomotive pressure. Van Wolfgang spills it into touch. Kiffy the throw in. Trying to work it up to Salgado. Contreras and Salgado earning another throw. And that high pressure yielding some results. A big foul. Well, they'll just call it, say, it rolled into touch. Liam Trotter, physical against Seba Contreras. Salgado turning, nice drive into the box. Well cleared, Yuma pressuring. But solid work by Orange County SC. Still having trouble pushing things into the attacking third right now.
I anticipate this will be what the majority of the game looks like, with El Paso on the ball quite a bit, creating lots of chances. However, they have to be aware and they have to be alert on those counter moments, on those counter-attacking moments. Very similar to the OKC game. They dominated possession in that game. However, those counter-attacking moments, they have to be switched on. They've got to make sure they're not getting caught off guard.
Owusu Ansah rolls it up for Forrester. He touches the ball and it goes over the back line. So a goal kick for Logan Ketterer. Second in the voting, as we told you earlier, to the aforementioned Aaron Cervantes for Orange County, and save of the week in the USL Championship. Both saves from both keepers, very impressive. Popped over, Rebellon and Ryan. Nicely done. Played into the middle, and here comes Locomotive FC trying to start things on the counter. Lots of space for Salgado. He'll slash in along the edge of the box. Tapped back out by Orange County, but only just so. Contreras, great work by the body to stand in front of that. Keeps it moving, play on. To Ryan. Yuma. Yuma trying to get it to Nick Ross, and solid defense played on him by Owusu Ansah. Trying to get something started, Charlie Adams. And there you see the counter, or the attempt at the counter anyway, for the waiting feet of Darwin Jones. Fleet of foot though he is, catches the wind like that, and off to the back line it goes.
Oh, absolutely. He's got tremendous pace. He's very dangerous with that pace. He loves to get in behind. He's actually really strong on the ball, despite his stature. So they definitely look to use that to their advantage.
Locomotive FC trying to play out of the back is Meshach Jerome. Pops in for Gebhardt. Gebhardt's away. Gebhardt crossing to Yuma. The pass is not where he wanted it to go. Salgado will take a crack. And that will be a corner kick. Just in front of that, and feeling the effects of Salgado's blast, I believe that's Leonardo.
That looks very painful.
Leonardo caught a piece of that. The Brazilian goal scorer scored the goal. Of course, he is a defender, former Houston Dynamo defender, signed just as the season started by Orange County. And Richie Ryan, for the 5th time tonight, will have a corner kick. It's just the 16th minute.
Definitely need to see them take advantage of one of these set piece opportunities.
Cross to the near post. Arellano heads it. Not out of trouble. Good work by Kiffey to stand in front. Orange County trying to counter the foul drawn. Jerry Van Wolfgang goes down.
That's a very smart foul by Yuma to slow up the play, slow the game down. Obviously recognizing that it's a counter-attacking moment. The center backs are out of position, recognizing the danger and the threat of Darwin Jones and his pace, and taking a foul there in that moment to slow the game down, let the team get back in position. So great job by him.
Put out for a throw. Joe Amico back there to do the honors for Orange County. Former Swope Park Ranger. Played his PDL soccer with the Des Moines Menace. A stalwart Premier Development League squad. Trying to play that up directly from the back of Owusu Ansah. Richie Ryan helping it out. And Rebellon will let it roll into touch.
El Paso seems very content to try to let Orange County play a little bit, try to knock the ball around a little bit. They definitely know that's not their strength. They're a very much direct team. So anytime they get to play the ball or play out a little bit, El Paso is willing to let them do that and press them in the moments that they get.
Well, the other part is coming from sea level, in essence, late in the second half. The altitude might play an effect. That one gets loose of Ross. Yuma trying to control, but well done for Orange County and Danny Crisostomo. Direct kick for Orange County SC, as we said. Slow start to last season, but they wound up on top of the Western Conference before losing in the championship game.
Yeah, in the conference championships of Phoenix Rising will end up losing in the league championship to Louisville eventual winners. So they're definitely, like I said earlier, this is a position that they're comfortable with. They've been in this position before, so they're okay with it, with the slow start, because they know it's a long season.
Charlie Adams, good ball up to him. Orange County earns a throw. Owusu Ansah does the honors. Played with Larissa FC of the Greek Super League.
It's a dangerous moment here where he's going to look for the long throw.
Uses the wind. It'll bounce nicely, and Ketterer controls. Ryan got a touch, but was not deliberately played back. Therefore, a live ball for Logan Ketterer.
It wasn't a pass with the feet, so Logan was able to pick it up with his hands.
Ryan, Mishak Jerome. 63rd cap with the Haitian national team. As Ryan draws the contact from Crisostomo, it does seem like Orange County has settled in a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. The game is still, it's stop, start quite a bit in the first 20 minutes.
There's a loft for Gebhardt, can't get there in time. Well seen by Patrick Mcclain.
Speaking with Coach Mark Lowry during this week, he definitely likes his chances with Derek Gebhardt against the two center backs of Orange County. He feels the pace, they're lacking a little bit in pace, and he feels that Derek Gebhardt in a foot race, 1v1 against those two guys, will definitely come.
Mishak Jerome had that one taken away from him by Darwin Jones, who puts his dangerous foot in front. But a kind bounce for Logan Ketterer. That's Chiro and Toko. Here's Jerome. Up to Gebhardt again, out of the back. And now Charlie Adams trying to get something started. That one's deflected. Well played by Kiffy. Good work by Contreras. Little stop start. Gets his way by Liam Trotter. Draws the applause and trying to find Omar Salgado. Contreras holding that left ankle. It will be a goal kick.
Just took one touch too many on that. Could have definitely sprayed Omar Salgado just a second earlier, and Omar would have been into goal.
Owusu Ansah. One away by Nick Ross, and here is Contreras. A little bit of space for Seba. We'll take the safe route back to Ryan. Mishak Jerome. Decent thought, but nobody in blue on the other end of it.
In the first 22 minutes, we've seen El Paso play a little bit quicker, try to get forward a bit quicker than we're used to. They're not as patient in the build-up and the possession, and it's created some chances. However, it's also forced a couple of bad passes. So hopefully that settles down and they're able to possess the ball, move Orange County side to side, and create those gaps to get in behind them.
Contreras off of Kiffy. Yuma will win it back, trying to get it quickly out to Salgado, but too quick. Gives us an opportunity to tell you that Select is the official ball supplier of the USL Championship and many of the finest leagues in the world since 1947. Select, the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. For the latest Select products and special offers, visit SelectSportAmerica.com. Another restart for Locomotive FC. Other than what Darwin Jones has been able to create on one or two touches in the back, Orange County's attack has largely been absent.
Yeah, they haven't had an opportunity to get on the ball and really create anything. You know, the moments where they look to play a little direct into Darwin Jones, the two center backs of Mishak Jerome and Chiro and Toko have dealt well with it. So again, that's something that they're going to have to do all game. I expect El Paso to be on the ball quite a bit and have the majority of the possession. However, those transition moments, like I mentioned earlier, are going to be really crucial to the success of the team.
Gebhardt fouled. Elton Garcia gives that one to Arellano. Too quick on the restart. Too far ahead. Richie Ryan. We touched on it a bit last week. You want to talk about a football life. Yuma plays the back pass, but no one there to meet it. And here is Amico. Owusu Ansah. Played up for Darwin Jones. who came back to receive it. He's trying to get something started, isn't he?
Yeah, you see him he's looking frustrated. He's not getting a lot of action up there, so he's coming deeper and deeper into the midfield to get on the ball, and that's perfect. That's working perfectly into El Paso's favor, and they're able to squeeze up and really tighten the space in the midfield. So that's perfect for them, and hopefully that continues for the rest of the game.
Gebhardt in front of Harry Forrester. Owusu Ansah will put it back. There's Trotter. And again to Patrick Mcclain, just picked up, but here's a guy who's had MLS experience with Chivas USA, Chicago Fire, Minnesota United. 2 different stints with the Fire, as a matter of fact. It's good when that kind of experience is available to you.
Yeah, definitely. It's always good to have a player with that kind of experience. However, when you haven't worked with the back line before, it doesn't matter how much experience you have, it doesn't trump continuity and that chemistry that you have with your back line. So the experience is great. We'll see how that it works out today.
Jacques Jerome gives it away to Adams. Rolled up, trying to make some moves for a shot at the edge of the box. Van Wolfgang. Good work on the clearance. Between Kiffy and Meshach Jerome, the cross. Charlie Adams. Darwin Jones trying to cross that over for Forrester. Goes over everybody's head, and it'll be in touch for El Paso. The young Colombian, Brahim Rebellon. Bounces nicely for Gebhardt. Go to Rebellon. So other than some backline defensive miscues, it's gone well for Locomotive FC, and here's Gebhardt. Again, the pass doesn't go exactly where they want it to. Ryan does a good job to stand in front of it. Adams is run down. Rebellon, great work in from the right wing, where he will retreat and receive the ball from Yuma.
That's a great transition moment from Brian Rebellon, recognizing the danger in that moment and being able to put pressure on Charlie Adams and win the ball back to the Locomotives. Well done by Brian.
Meshach Jerome to Ryan and back to Chiro Intoko. Here's Kiffy. James Kiffy not venturing forward as much as he did in that first match. They look for that last pass. You can tell Meshach Jerome wants to try something. He's gotten it to work and gotten close to it working a couple of times, but that time no one in blue nearby.
Yeah, again, they want to exploit the pace of Derek Gebhardt against the 2 center backs of Orange County, and Leonardo and Ariano. So they feel Gebhardt against those 2 in a foot race is in their favor. However, again, some of the passes are a bit off and off target, and it seems rushed. It seems misplaced at the moment.
Trotter up into the middle from Charlie Adams. Well done by Richie Ryan. Also back there, Omar Salgado.
Yeah, Omar's been asked to do a little bit more defending than he was asked to do in the first 10 minutes of this game and in the first couple of minutes.
Beautiful pass, Contreras to Gebhardt. Cannot get the touch before Mcclain does. Safe hands for the veteran.
That's a great ball by Sebastian Contreras. If you remember in the last game, that through ball to Nick Ross for the touch to Derek Gebhardt was played by Sebastian Contreras. So when he gets on the ball, it's good news for the Locomotive.
Almost into the 29th minute. Headed away. Locomotive trying to find some payoff for their great possession. 5 corner kicks in this first half alone. Here's Ketterer to Ross and Rebellon. Nick Ross, the Scotsman, scoring his first goal last week, and it was a beauty. In from the left, Owusu Ansah puts it back for Adams. Orange County trying to make something work, but Rebellon. Nice work on that wing against Harry Forrester.
Again, another long throw from Orange County. They've got to do a much better job dealing with this and making sure they're marking up. they're stepping to the ball and being aggressive to it.
Owusu Ansah into the box, headed away. Good work by Meshach Jerome. Adams trying to lift it back in, but Yuma, good work and lots of room for Omar Salgado. Omar Salgado will take a crack, and again, Mcclain stands his ground. It will be a throw-in.
That's well done by Omar Salgado, eating up space in front of him. Seeing that the defenders are dropping off and giving him space to carry the ball and looking to have it hit himself.
The quick throw in. Here's Kiffey. Work on the edge, the shot. And right in front of it was Liam Trotter. Trotter sprays that back, trying to keep it in touch. It'll be Darwin Jones. Actually keep it in play. And here is Meshach Jerome.
You know what I was just thinking about?
What's that?
I wonder if Owusu Ansah ever thinks I picked the wrong sport. If you can throw the ball like that, does he ever think maybe I should try out for the NFL?
Could be baseball. They could certainly use somebody who can hum one in from long distance, that's for sure. Don't forget Chihuahua's opening day, April 4th, right here at Southwest University Park. Allows us to tell you, we shook hands with the groundskeepers earlier this week. They have some serious work to do as soon as this match is over. But the retractable pitching mound will come out. They have to rip up all of the turf, and you can kind of see the outline. But they've done such a marvelous job.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely commend them on it. Like I said, I've seen other teams in the league who play on a baseball ballpark, and this is definitely hands down one of the best in the league. So, a terrific job by the groundskeeper here.
Rebellon having to contend with Forrester, who's called for the foul and doesn't like it. Making sure the knees are okay. Brian Rebellon began his career with Independiente Santa Fe in Colombia, the first division. Came to the United States to play for Los Dos, LA Galaxy 2 in 2016. Known to Mark Lowry from his time in Jacksonville with the Armada of the NASL. And again, Darwin Jones making his presence felt. But good work by Locomotive to bring it out of trouble. And Salgado, that's going to be onside for Gebhardt. No, it's not. Flag is up.
That's a great run by Derek Gebhardt. He tried to bend it, but just didn't bend that run enough. Tried to come back onside and looked to spin out, but didn't come back just enough and was called offside. Again, they're looking to exploit his pace against the veteran of Leonardo, who they feel is just lacking a little bit in pace, and they have the advantage in that duel.
Yuma all over Adams, who scored away from it. Off to the right wing, and Amico. Amico lifted back. Good work, Van Wolfgang. Will crack one, trying to pop it into the box. Meshach Jerome well placed. Headed back in by Trotter, but out of trouble by Chiro Ntoko. Fans follow the El Paso Locomotive FC and the rest of the United Soccer League Championships all season long on ESPN Plus, home to USL, MLS, UFC, and more. Join the over 2 million sports fans who've already discovered ESPN Plus. I'm one of them. And watch the championship live every week. Sign up today at espnplus.com. I believe that helps get you the insider membership as well for ESPN, the magazine stuff. It is, for the number of sports and the number of different leagues they are able to pull from, it's quite a value.
To watch all the March Madness games, I'm enjoying it.
Contreras trying to keep control of it. Pass not exactly on target. Speaking of websites, who's up, who's down, where does your club sit? We're going to find out at halftime, but you can find out every Monday in the official USL Championship Power Rankings, only on USLChampionship.com. In it comes, Darwin Jones off the post. Just that dangerous and rolled. Out for a throw by Rebellon. My goodness, Darwin Jones trying to find the far corner and pinged out again, Rebellon.
Yeah,
Darwin Jones is showing that he doesn't need a lot of service, doesn't need a lot of ball, but he can still be dangerous. And he was able to get in off of missed clearance by Meshach Jerome, and he was unlucky to put that in the goal. They've got to do better in making sure they cut those mistakes out, so they're not giving an opportunities for Darwin Jones to get on the scoreboard.
Chipped up, hopeful ball looking for Darwin Jones. Jiro and Toko made sure to make his presence felt. Kiffy trying to lift it out of trouble, but it will be controlled now by Crisostomo. Into the middle, Trotter. Owusu Ansah to the left. Richie Ryan, a little bit of a mistouch by Owusu Ansah. He survives it. Trotter is behind him, and here's Seba Contreras. Great work in the back by Crisostomo, and a great recovery run to get a piece.
That touch just got away from Sebastian Contreras. He's looking to his left, looking to his right, seeing where he has help and who he can play in through the goal. However, took a little too big of a touch, and he had to take it from him.
Owusu Ansah.
I will say this is a much different Orange County team than that's played the first 3 games of the season. I think having Liam Trotter in that holding mid position has brought a different look to this team. They're looking to possess the ball a little bit more. They're still looking to play in behind at times. However, they're looking to possess a little bit more. They're looking to use Liam Trotter to get him out of pressure. So they're definitely playing a different brand, a different style than they've played those first 3 games of the season.
Richie Ryan, that was dangerous with Darwin Jones pressuring, but is able to deliver it back, and that allows Kiffy to put it up. Kiffy all over Jerry Van Wolfgang, but the Dutchman gets his way out of trouble. Owusu Ansah. And there's Trotter. They keep trying to tangle with the big man, but it's going to be hard to push Liam Trotter off the ball. Good work to sidestep by Forrester, but too many blue jerseys around. Yuma, Ross, Rebellon. Yuma's got it. Veteran Spaniard. He is as smooth as they come, isn't he?
Definitely, I believe.
And do we have an injury? Elton Garcia. There's Mark Lowry telling Rebellon where he wants that traffic directed, and I think Seba Contreras getting a word from Elton Garcia just to see if he was okay. Indeed he was. Back it comes to Ryan. Salgado. They are giving him space. Salgado whips one in. Kind of a low drive. Ryan. Back up it comes. Nicely chipped Contreras trying to find, but not able to get it to Salgado. How about Chiro and Toko? Sombrero action.
A nifty touch by the big man there.
Not bad. Rebellon. Meshach Jerome. And back to Ketterer. Ketterer blasts one. Route 1 looking for Gebhardt, who almost got that right foot to it. And he's pulled up injured.
Oh, that's not good. He immediately grabbed the back of his right leg. Looks like, so I want to say that's not a good look.
Trying to stretch for that. And he is pulled up. You can tell he's hopping. Working on that right leg, and Stuart Wright on to take a look as we see the 8th notch. Every one of the 3 home matches so far, these guys have shown up. Let's take a look at El Paso Locomotive FC's upcoming schedule. Of course, 2 weeks it's going to be Phoenix Rising. off next weekend. They'll have a wonderful watch party coming up at the Brass Monkey as Locomotive FC will take on Austin Bold. Austin Bold opening up their new home park tonight, and they sold it out for the second match of Copa Tecas versus San Antonio FC.
Yeah, definitely. And El Paso will be able to go down there on the 21st and play in that brand new stadium and their second edition of the Copa Tecas.
Of course, each one of the 4 teams in the USL Championship in the Lone Star State playing for bragging rights in the Copa Tecas Trophy at the end of the season. First match last weekend, RGVFC coming from behind to tie Locomotive FC.
It looks like it's Edson Partida that's getting ready on the sideline to come in. Looks like Derek Gebhardt can't go anymore. It's a big loss for the group. With Edson coming in, they're 2 different players. However, he brings something different, something unique to the group that Gebhardt doesn't necessarily bring. I anticipate that Omar Sagado will push in as almost like a second forward, and Edson Partida will slide out to the left to occupy where Omar originally was.
Well, we certainly hope it will be not a severe injury for Derek Gebhardt, but in the 41st minute, Edson Partida, young man who worked his way into the lineup. His first match taking place last week against RGVFC. 5'9" midfielder from Toluca. Will come in on the left, and his first touch right there. Edson Partida trying to play a long one up to Seba Contreras. It didn't quite work out. Rolled in for a throw. Actually, it is offside. So Partida on loan from Toluca of Liga MX. He, along with Kevin Ramirez, making their way up from Mexico a little later after training camp had started, and foul called. It's going to go Orange County SC's way. A word of warning from Elton Garcia for Brian Rabellon.
And like I mentioned earlier, the insertion of Liam Trotter into that midfield has really changed up how Orange County is playing this game. They're looking to play out a little bit more, and they're having some success with it. Definitely expect Coach Mark Lowry to change up a few things at halftime and really change how they're pressing. Maybe even throw a few numbers forward on the defensive side and also on the attacking side to help them win the ball higher up the field and create some chances to get a goal here.
Crisostomo couldn't keep it in play. And Toko, Kiffy, Jerome, Partida taken off the ball by Amico. Wins it back, helps to for Contreras. Trying to roll one up, but into the path of Leonardo. Partida. Contreras taken away. Great work by Van Wolfgang. Dutchman waited to make his move. It's a slow pass, and Yuma allows Richie Ryan to come up for it, but the foul called as Yuma grabbed. Against Crisostomo. Charlie Adams, and you can tell Orange County trying to be a little more deliberate. Uso Ansa. Step off to the left, there's Darwin Jones cracking one, looking for Crisostomo. Chiro Antoko gets the touch and a little bit extra from Leonardo. On Contreras. Here in the 44th minute. Get updates and alerts all year long by following your club on ESPN.com. Search for Locomotive FC and then click on the follow button to keep up with the latest news and scores. Plus, get reminders on El Paso's next match. Go to ESPN.com now and click follow for your favorite clubs. Mentoko, Yuma. Partida to Salgado. Slipped a bit. Last touch, they say, by Partida. And Amico will do the honors. In no hurry, it seems. For as tough as the first 5 to 10 minutes were for Orange County, they have settled in, haven't they?
Yeah, I think Coach Brady Cloutier would be happy with how they've played the rest of this first half. How they've gotten forward and created some chances. At the moment, they've created the most dangerous chance of the game in the shot off the post by Darwin Jones. So I think he'll be happy with how they've come out and they've weathered that storm from the first 10 minutes. However, I'm anticipating Coach Marley will change up a few things going at halftime and look to come out much stronger in the second half.
We'll get the signal soon from the fourth official as to just how much stoppage time there will be. Just 1 minute. A tough foul and a caution issued. It seems. Nope. Or is it Kiffey being urged by, oh, he is getting a caution. In the 45th minute, Kiffey given the yellow card for the dangerous foul on Harry Forrester, native of Milton Keynes, England, has been popped around a little bit in that midfield. So the first caution going to James Kiffey. Of course, that is a minimum 1 minute stoppage time, and I'm sure that Mr. Garcia will add a little bit to it, as it will be Forrester to restart. Thought he'd have to come off the field.
It's an important moment here for the Locomotives, making sure they secure this and don't give up a goal right before halftime.
Chipped in, it's Ketterer. Nice grab. Trying to restart it to Contreras on the counter. Contreras having trouble trying to shake Owusu Ansah. Rolled into touch. Seconds remaining in this first half. Ryan. And that's it. That's all she wrote, so no score. Locomotive FC 5 corners in the first half, but weren't able to get payment for it. And Derek Gebhardt subbed off in the 41st minute, as we are scoreless at halftime. When we come back, a special interview for you, and we'll have a look at the USL Championship standings as well. You're watching Locomotive FC Soccer.
Welcome back to Southwest University Park. At halftime, the score is a Paso Locomotive FC 0, Orange County SC 0. Last Saturday was a big night for El Paso's very own Luis Chapa at home in front of his family, in front of his friends. He made his professional debut against Rio Grande Valley Toros. Here's what he had to say about that special night.
Chapa Herrera coming onto the field for Locomotive, replacing Sebastian Contreras.
It was a great feeling. It felt great. It's been my dream since I was a kid, and making it real, it's been amazing, and not only for me but my family, my wife, my kid. Hopefully one day I could see him do the same thing, and since now he's watching me.
Coach Mark just loved his tenacity, his energy, his soccer IQ. It's like, that's somebody that I can work with. That's somebody that I can build around.
For my mom, it was a great moment because I've been working hard for this moment. And she's the one that has always helped me. It's been a big sacrifice since I was little, having a job, and then going to practice, going to train.
On the field, getting his professional debut this evening.
I've grown. Every day a player keeps on growing and learning new stuff. So day by day, keep working hard, and you'll get better each day. Every time I'm on the pitch, practice, anywhere, I have fun. I'm always smiling, having fun with the friends, people around me, staff, coach, and everything. So it's great being here.
¿Cómo te sientes tú de firmar contrato con Locomotive?
No, muy contento.
I just keep working hard, trying to earn more minutes, game by game, and working hard and being confident to myself. I think I'll do good this season.
What a great story to see Luis Chapa Herrera get his professional debut here in El Paso, where he's from, in front of his family, in front of his friends. What's also great about that opportunity is the fact that he's able to do it and be a role model to the kids in the area. They now have someone to look up to and say, that's what I want to do. That's somebody I can look up to. So it's a great opportunity. It's a great story for the people here in El Paso. I'm very excited for Luis Chapa Herrera, but also for all the millions of kids that are playing soccer here in this community.
Welcome back, everybody, to Southwest University Park. No score between Locomotive FC and Orange County SC. As we take a look at the Western Conference Championship standings, Tulsa Roughnecks at 3-1-1 right now, leading everybody. The goal differential's good. The points are even better. 10 points for Tulsa Roughnecks, which has had a rip-roaring start, but so has New Mexico United. Them, along with El Paso Locomotive FC, brand new to the USL Championship. You wouldn't know it by their on-field play. 2 wins and 3 draws. No losses so far for United, and 9 points. Portland Timbers 2. They're right behind, tied with Sac Republic, one of the stalwarts of USL Championship in the early going, but Sac Republic finding itself tied for 3rd with 7 points. Colorado Switchbacks tied with OKC Energy, and after that big start for OKC Energy, there has been a loss and 6 points to begin things. Just that one win over El Paso Locomotive FC. As we take a look at the Eastern Conference scoreboard from today, St. Louis FC getting a big win over Charlotte Independence in St. Louis. In Indianapolis, the Indy 11 over Hartford Athletic 1-0. North Carolina FC Charleston Battery battling to a 1-1 draw. Bethlehem Steel FC the same with Pittsburgh Riverhounds in Pennsylvania. And Tampa Bay Rowdies, Loudoun United FC, no score out of the East. Let's check the 3 matches from yesterday as well. There were some results. Red Bulls 2, 3-2 winners over Memphis 901 FC. That is, of course, this is the first season from Memphis as Red Bulls 2 get it done. Tulsa Roughnecks, another big win. This one over the Toros. 2-1 winners in Tulsa and in Tacoma. New Mexico United, first road win as we were talking about. United with the red-hot start, 2-1. As we take a look at some of the El Paso Locomotive FC players being recognized by the league, as this is coming up for you. Let's take a look.
Plenty of love for El Paso Locomotive FC after Week 3 of USL Championship action. Goalkeeper Logan Ketterer was runner-up for the save of the week after an excellent stop to keep out a long-range free kick by RGV's Camilo Monroy. Take another look at that full extension, and what a way to push that one out. And just listen to that crowd. Nick Ross also had them going loco with a goal in stoppage time in the first half.
One and scores!
And check out that celebration by Yuma. You better believe that was a huge shot. Ross wasn't done. He had an assist on Derek Gebhardt's goal in the second half.
Gebhardt steers it home. It's another goal.
Ross earned himself a spot on the USL Championship Team of the Week.
It's good for us and it's good for the club as well.
Keep an eye out for more USL Championship content at uslchampionship.com.
There is your Team of the Week featuring El Paso's own Nick Ross, the Scotsman. Michael having a great weekend last weekend. He looked to try and continue that tonight. As we take a look at some of the USL headlines from around the league, how about the Bold? Bold FC showing off the new stadium. 100 youth, local youth receiving a sneak peek home opener for Austin Bold tonight. That is a sold-out crowd in the capital city of Austin, Texas.
Yeah, that's definitely a great thing for the city of Austin. I know they have some big ambitions for that group. They're definitely looking to make some jumps and possibly get into the MLS in the next couple of years. So it's a great start for FC Bold.
Top 10 new away kits on Sick Kit Friday. El Paso Locomotive gets number 3. You know, for the home kit, they got number 1 the week prior to that. And the championship power rankings, there will be new power rankings released Monday. See where Locomotive FC will rank at USL Championship, and, of course, follow along on your social media at USL Championship. As we take a look at the first half statistics, of course, no goals. Locomotive FC, 17 shots, 8 on target. And busy man has been Patrick Mcclain. 58% of the possession. We'll see if that yields results for the second half coming up.
Are we coming back to the start of the second half, or?
Yeah, like we'll just start. Are we running anything in particular to start back, or what? Are we running anything in particular as we come back, or just talking? Welcome back, everybody, to Southwest University Park. Duke Keith, Michael Balogun with you here. Locomotive FC scoreless with Orange County SC, the defending Western Conference regular season champions in the USL Championship. As we take a look at some of the first half highlights, Derek Gebhardt, before he was subbed off for injury in the 41st minute, big opportunity here, Michael.
Yeah, definitely. It was a great ball from Omar Salgado to play him into goal. I still think he can do better with that opportunity. If you notice, Nick Ross is there to the side of him. He probably could have laid it off to Nick Ross for an easy shot on goal, or he could have dinked it over and really made the keeper have to make a save.
Excellent pass right up here. Again, Gebhardt just missing on Seba Contreras' excellent entry pass. Just a little bit too far ahead. And new goalkeeper, doesn't matter. Patrick Mcclain. Here's Salgado whipping one. Mcclain standing in front of that. Salgado getting one of his first cracks at goal this season.
Yeah, definitely. And it's good to see Omar Salgado get those opportunities. And Patrick Mcclain, regardless of him being part of the team or being new to the team, he's done very well making sure that the scoreline is still 0-0.
Mishak Jerome swing and a miss, and that allows Darwin Jones to come in for the shot, and he just missed it. Hits it off the far post, and a little bit like Derek Gebhardt, I'm sure he would rather be a little more on frame with that.
Yeah, definitely. I'm sure the second half he's going to look to make up for that miss hitting the post on that one opportunity.
As we are underway for the second half, Danny Crisostamo spring one a little wide, looking for Darwin Jones, and an early shot, looking for their danger man. The throw in coming for Owusu Ansah. What are you looking for second half adjustments for Locomotive FC?
I anticipate Coach Barclary's addressed how he wants them to press, and especially up higher on the field when Orange County is looking to build out. I can anticipate, I can imagine that he wasn't too happy with how easy it was for them to get out of those situations. That doesn't look good.
Logan Ketterer waiting to restart this after Crisostamo sprayed it way up over the crossbar. And Brian Rebellon holding that right arm. Doesn't want the trainer to come out, which means he'd have to exit the game, and just some contact in the box. Always love it when people think of soccer as a non-contact sport, Michael. That's just not true.
It's definitely a physical sport. I like to say it's the true football because there are no pads, but that's just me.
I'm with you there. Oh, my. Yuma had better watch himself, trying to keep Hugo Arellano away from him. After the foul, Richie Ryan in for Contreras, and they'll go to the left. Kiffy. Nice give and go. Kiffy up to Contreras into the middle. Nobody in a blue jersey nearby. Right back, though, from the right wing, Rebellon. It falls for Orange County. They're able to get it out. How about Richie Ryan standing in front? But away it goes. Liam Trotter giving it a ride.
It's another great start to the half by El Paso. The one thing I've already noticed for the start of the second half is Brian Rebellon is starting much higher up the field. So that's definitely going to be important in getting him involved, getting some attacks out of this right side with Derek Gebhardt being out of the game.
Rebellon. Oh, that falls nicely for Contreras. Off to the right and blasted up and over by Partida.
It's a great moment there, great opportunity. Saw him quickly put his hand up and apologize to Omar Salgado for not pulling that back across the face of the goal.
Partida, though, thought he had an opening. Things were closing down quickly. You have to make a decision. Over the crossbar it goes. As the crowd winds up for the Chuco chant. And Chuco nickname given to El Paso, Texas. So much of that Pachuco culture coming from here in the Sun City. Good work by Chiro and Toko to find Contreras, and off to the races in the left wing side is Partida. He'll wind one up and just missed Omar Salgado. Yuma tried to bring up the back, But it'll roll out for a goal kick. Partida did not miss on that pass by much.
That's a great early cross in behind in that dangerous zone between the goalkeeper and that back line. As you see Patrick Mcclain, he's unsure what to do. Do I come out to get this? Do I leave it in case there's a touch? He's very uncertain. So that's a great cross by Edson Partida, and that's definitely something that I expect to see more of in the second half.
Orange County SC gets the ball up off the opening kickoff, but they have yet to be back in the attacking third. Shaq Jerome sprays it wide to the left in Partida. Is off for Kiffey. James Kiffey venturing forward a bit. Partida trying to get there and rolls in to a tough challenge. Joe Amico. Doesn't like that too much. A stern word from Elton Garcia, the referee. The foul actually called on Amico. And Richie Ryan. Way back. See what the Irishman has.
Love to see this ball floated into the box for Chiro Antico. Looks like we have some pushing going on in the box.
Right at the edge of the area. Hugo Arellano being separated by Bayonne. Yuma has some words. Elton Garcia trying to settle things down between he and the Spaniard, who have been going at it quite a bit all match long.
Yeah, and that's the veteran, that's the experience of Yuma. He's able to make those timely tackles to break up play, but he's also able to get into players and really get under their skin. Like I was saying, I'd love to see this ball floated into for Chiro Ntoko to either head it in on goal or to knock it back down across for one of the runners running in.
Bryan over for Salgado, and he just missed Ntoko. Wasn't it was a little too short for the head, and Chiro Ntoko didn't miss by much.
It's a great ball. I'm pretty certain that Bryan almost getting the head on it threw off Chiro Ntoko and didn't allow him to really read the flight of the ball. I'm sure that's definitely one he's going to want back.
Another solid crowd on hand here at Southwest University Park in this stand of consecutive matches. It's 3. That is offside on El Paso. Phoenix rising here in a couple of weeks. Locomotive FC will have next weekend off. Of course, still very early days for this season.
That should be a great game, obviously, with Phoenix experience and just the organization that Phoenix has built in Arizona. It definitely is going to be a great test for this group.
Mcclain will roll that into touch over everybody's head. Back for Ketterer. Locomotive FC trying to restart here from the left. Partida. Arellano in front of him. Great work by Partida. Arellano survives though. That's actually Amico. Back to Owusu Ansah. Trotter. The Ghanaian, Owusu Ansah, kind of missed on that pass. Yuma got a piece. But it rolls for the throw. Good pressure here by Locomotive, forcing Orange County to go backward. The wind catches Mcclain's clearance, and it'll be picked up by Edson Partida. Tripped up, no foul. Gets tangled with Trotter. Most players don't come out well tangling with the big Englishman.
Definitely, Edson Partida has some experience in Liga MX, which is a little different in terms of physicality compared to the USL. So he's getting a taste of the physicality and what the referees will call and won't call in this league.
Every bit of experience, good experience for a young player like Partida. Crisostomo off to the right. And Wolfgang crossing with Amico. Amico in the box. Well cleared. Chiro and Toko gives it a ride. The wind whipping around here in downtown El Paso, Texas. At this beautiful ballpark. Former site of City Hall in El Paso. Got this thing built in just over a year. Contreras trying that early ball. Nicely done. Salgado, it's offside. Ruled at the last. Late flag, but the flag goes up. The linesman making sure. But another great thought by El Paso's number 10.
Yeah, I'm sure we get another look at this. I'm not sure if that was onside. It looked like he was right off the shoulder of Arellano and looked like he was onside to me. I would love to see another look at that, but I thought he was onside. It was a great ball by Sebastian Contreras. It's probably the second or third one he's played in this game.
Richard Ryan not liking the foul call on him versus Charlie Adams. But OCSC will get the restart. Forrester. Well met by Rebellon. None the worse for wear, it seems, from his arm injury earlier. Owusu Ansah, though, another one of those patented long throws. This time against the wind. Into the box it comes. Knotted, and a foul called on Orange County. Leonardo. On Yuma. Both of these teams looking to break through. Contreras getting tangled a bit. That'll allow Van Wolfgang to come up the right wing side. Darwin Jones. No one to roll it to in the area. And Ketterer will blast it out for a throw. Saw Orange County head coach Brian Cloutier briefly. Good work by Ntoko. Nice spin move. Big man has some veteran moves. We saw the sombrero in the first half.
Yeah, he's got some nifty footwork for a guy his size. Not to be that nifty and that agile. It's really impressive.
Again, though, another Orange County throw in. Trying to work something in from that right wing. They'll switch it out a bit. Owusu Ansah. Forrester. Good cross, but Ryan has that. It'll bounce, but Van Wolfgang has to go chase it. Back from Amico, rather Arellano. Van Wolfgang coming into the box. The back pass. Yuma. All ball, says the referee, working on Adams. And a bouncer. Handled easily by Ketterer. In from Owusu Ansah, but Logan Ketterer. One of the few times he's actually been called upon to do something in this game. There have been some dangerous miscues, but not a lot of sustained effort in the attacking third until about this stretch of the game, really, for Orange County. High pressure of their own, really.
Of the high pressure, it looks like they've identified the left side of the field with a substitute.
Salgado getting around his man. Omar Salgado. In it comes the chip and the goal. Or not quite. Looked like it was in to the side netting it goes. Oh, Eighth Notch was all over it. As was I. Take a look at this one again.
It's a great run by him. does everything well to ride the challenge by Leonardo. However, just takes that touch a little bit wide. I think Patrick Mcclain does a really good job to come out here and cut off that angle and really force him to have to go to the near post. On a normal occasion, I'm sure Omar would want to hit that low and hard towards the back post and really force that goalkeeper to make a save. But with the angle and with the challenge of Leonardo, he didn't have a lot of time to adjust and set himself up for a clean shot.
But he got wide by Leonardo in a hurry, and here's Sebastian Contreras. Yuma, he'll take a crack, and denied by Arellano. Owusu Ansah. Trotter. Darwin Jones, dispossessed by Contreras, bounces to Salgado. Omar Salgado again wide, and again the rocket launch.
You see them really trying to get at Leonardo in the attack. They feel they really like that challenge, those 1v1 duels with whether it was Derek Gebhardt in the first half or Omar Salgado in the second half. They feel like that's a place in their back line, that's almost a weakness in their back line that they can exploit.
The former Houston Dynamo defender, the Brazilian Leonardo. An eighth notch in absolute full voice right now as Locomotive FC keeps getting ever closer. And Toko up to Ross, who's fouled. Owusu Ansah not happy with the Scotsman going to ground. Coming to El Paso from Brora Rangers in Scotland, his native land. Scottish Cup champion with Caledonian Thistle. Wanted an opportunity to play in the United States and took that when Mark Lowry came calling. Seems to be liking his time here so far as the battle continues to just get a little more physical every step of the way.
Yeah, I think he's trying to get a little chippy down there. Players understand these next couple of minutes how crucial they are to really get a hold of the game and make sure they're not putting themselves in a hole and giving up a goal.
Van Wolfgang. Dutchman whistled for the foul. And I think you're right. They're trying desperately to get that toe hold back in to push the ball up. Soccer very much a game of momentum. Another good ball out wide for Salgado. Ready to take on Leonardo. Salgado the cross to the far post. Yuma gets a piece and over it goes.
It's a great ball, a teasing ball by Omar Salgado. What Yuma doesn't see is Brian Rebellon crashing in and sprinting in on the back post. I'm not sure if he called him off, but if he leaves this, Brian Rebellon is there for a tap and for an easy opportunity where Yuma's stretching for. He's out of position. His hands are all over the place. He leaves that for Brian Rebellon. It's just an easy tap in with either the foot or the head.
You saw Rebellon. Hands and askance. Offside is the call. You can tell Orange County wants to play that high line as El Paso keeps trying to chip Omar Salgado in behind.
Yeah, they're going to have to recognize that they don't have the ability with the two center back pairing that they have right now in there. They don't have the ability to play a little bit higher of a line. I see them getting someone ready on the bench there. I'd imagine it's going to be a substitution for Leonardo. Paso's really exploited his lack of pace and that weakness in this second half, and it's only a matter of time before it turns costly.
Rebellon challenging. Takes it into Ryan. Back to Mishak Jerome. Knocking it around. That one got away from Partida a bit as he got sent in by Kiffy, and it bounced nicely for Salgado. Omar Salgado cutting back. shot. The parry by Mcclain. The loose ball in the score. Partida. Edson Partida. Celebrate.
The entire movement on that goal was terrific. The ball in the over the top in for Omar Salgado. He does well to bring it back onto his favorite left foot to get a shot low and hard towards the back post. And what a great job by Edson Partida, not giving up on the goal or not giving up on the play, not stopping his run and following through until he puts the ball in the back of there. That's well done by Omar Salgado. Well done by Edson Partida coming in and cleaning up on the rebound.
Hugs for Mark Lowry. This is the young man last week. Just switched off ever so slightly. Great shot by Salgado, the parry. Mcclain does well to get a piece, but Partida there to follow it through. And the young man on loan from Toluca sets off the smoke pots for the 8th notch. Here in El Paso, 1-0. Locomotive in the 64th minute. You've got a feel for Partida that he very much appreciates Lowry's faith in him after that error last week against Rio Grande Valley. The tying free kick, it was his man that he was supposed to mark. It didn't work out. These things happen. He's an attacking player. He'd been in the game all of 2 minutes. But what a way to redeem yourself, and you saw the hug for his coach as he celebrates.
Yeah, absolutely. As a player, you hate to let your teammates down. However, those are the moments where you make up for it. Those are the moments where you show your coach, this is why you put me in the game. This is why you need to continue to have faith in me. And that's well done from Edson Partida. Well done.
Bouncing ball the other way and has to be nodded back from Mcclain by Owusu Ansah, with Sebastian Contreras pressuring.
Notice Coach Mark Lowry back there egging his team on and pushing his team to push forward, to not settle on just a 1-0 lead.
Locomotive FC has the breakthrough. They want more. Rebellon setting Ross, who's been put a little more out to the right side here in the second half.
Yeah, very similar to last week. He does a whole lot of run. I'd love to see his GPS tracker at the end of the game, see how much ground he covers. Because he's inside, he's outside. He does a great job of covering a lot of ground.
Crisostomo yanks down Rebellon, no foul called. And here comes Darwin Jones. He gets popped off the ball, and a collapse of Locomotive players. And it's a collision of heads, looks like.
Looks like James Kiffey and Brian Rebellon running into each other.
And always dangerous, especially with head injuries. You've got to be careful. Stuart Wright called upon once again to come take a look. Edson Partida, the goal scorer in the 64th minute, will come and get a well-deserved drink of water. Edson Partida, let's take a look at just after he scores the goal. And he's getting words from the coaching staff down there with J.C. Garzon, the goalkeeper's coach. And Mark Lowry has got to be happy with the way his team has responded in the second half. Orange County SC, a little bit different of a look from what everybody expected, from what you expected, looking at that 4-4-2. As you pointed out, Liam Trotter being brought into a defensive midfield role has made a lot of difference, because he's still in the middle defensively, which is where he usually is. And he's been able to direct play. He's done a pretty good job today.
Yeah, definitely. It's, like I said, bringing him into the group, starting him in this game has definitely made them play a little different than they've approached and how they come out the last 3 games. They're playing a little bit more. They're looking to connect passes and looking to break teams down with their possession. Obviously, still looking to go a little direct at times. However, they're definitely little bit more possess-oriented in this game than they've been in the last 3 games. So it's a different look than I'm sure Coach Mark Lowry anticipated for this game.
James Kiffey will come off. Rebellon will stay on. Being tended to by Stuart Wright. And again, has to receive permission from the referee, Elton Garcia, before he can re-enter the field.
Hopefully he's okay. Hopefully it's nothing major. Obviously, it's you know, you've already lost Derek Gebhardt. Don't want to have to lose another player to injury in this game.
He's walking with Stuart Wright back toward the El Paso back line. So I'm not sure what the situation is, but El Paso will start or restart play with 10 men.
Looks like Andrew Fox is getting some instructions from some set piece instructions from the goalkeeper coach JC Garzon.
Partida whips one, nicely done, but nowhere near a blue jersey on the far post. And it's interesting, they had Salgado there in the left, absolutely gave Leonardo fits. As you can tell, they've brought, it looks like, Amico out there to kind of deal with things, but Edson Partida, fresh legs and a young body, he's been a lot to handle. Locomotive winning possession back again. Here's Yuma. Oh, great work by the Spaniard, couldn't keep possession. Solid job of tiptoeing that left side touchline.
And it looks like Andrew Fox is going to be coming in for James Kiffey. You hate to see him go out with an injury. You hate to see the team lose another player in the same game to injury. However, Andrew Fox showed he's capable of stepping up in the big moments like he did last week when Meshach Jerome was out. And I'm sure he's going to do the same in this game and really seal down that left side of the back line.
Sebastian Dupree getting ready to check in as well for Orange County SC, and Andrew Fox replacing another injured Locomotive player. Kiffey. Is in, or Andrew Fox is in for Kiffey here in the 71st. They had to get the numbers right on the sideline. Although Fox or Kiffey looked like he was under his own steam.
Entering the match, number 19, Andrew Fox.
Take no chances with head injuries. I think that might be the main thing. Just make sure he's all right. And Andrew Fox has played a bit of midfield as well. Might slide in defensively. All number of things that Mark Lowry could do to change the lineup just a bit.
Yeah, it looks like it's a straight swap, a like for like. Plugging in Andrew Fox in that left back for James Kiffey. Again, like I said, Andrew Fox has done well in the moments he's been called on so far this season. This is a big moment, 1-0, with roughly just under 19 minutes left in this game. He's going to be needed to make sure they seal off this win and get the first win here at home.
Jerry Forrester fouled it by Nick Ross. Sebastian Dupree coming in. And it is not Leonardo who comes out. Again, Orange County SC missing the services of veteran Kevin Alston. 170 games with the New England Revolution, Orlando City, 10th overall pick in the 2009 Super Draft. The man has credentials. He is the team captain for OCSC, and he's not here. Lofted up for Partida to go run under, but too far ahead. Has to be blasted back up though by Mcclain, with Salgado and Partida coming in. There's Andy Fox, the Englishman in relief of James Kiffey. Last played with Grimsby Town in League Two. Although he has been in the United States, his main professional career in Europe. Grimsby Town, Peterborough United, Stevenage, Swedish First Division with AFC Eskilstuna. He played his college soccer at St. Edward's University in Austin. Hopeful long ball. Mcclain easily handles. But 1-0 here in the 74th minute. Edson Partida, the goal scorer.
Looks like Liam Trotter has dropped back to center back for Ariano for the Ariano substitution. Not the substitution we expected. We expected Leonardo to be the one to get subbed. However, it was Ariano that got subbed. So it'll be interesting to see how Liam Trotter adjusts to coming back as a center back.
Leonardo does well to hold off Partida there. And receives the ball back from Mcclain. You want to talk about a new back line? How is a new back line paired with a new goalkeeper? That has got to mess with the chemistry.
Most definitely. However, they dealt
just wide of Cero Contreras. Good thought by Rebellon. Russo Ansa. Michael Seaton is checked in as well. There's another man with a lot of MLS experience, and maybe with him as just a little bit more. He's a 33-year-old, or will be 33 on May the 1st. Spring him in the final 15 minutes of this, as they will now change out Charlie Adams. Coming in for Adams will be Vinicius. One of those single-name Brazilians.
Yeah. Third and final sub for Orange County. Taking off Charlie Adams to bring a more attacking-minded Vinicius. Looking to push forward and get a goal, a tying goal in this game.
There's Fox. Good wall provided by Vinicius and Darwin Jones. But it will be a throw in here for El Paso. Nice to see Andy Fox and the entire Locomotive FC gang playing a little baseball here at Southwest University Park. Good throw in to Omar Salgado. Salgado pinned, pings one, Partida to go get it. And Trotter there to clear the action. Yuma trying to reset to Rebellon. Waits for things to clear up a little bit. Over to Ross. To Ryan. And Ryan. Looked like he earned the throw in. We'll say off of Ryan. Fans don't like the call at all. Russo Ansa. Dupree. Long ball. Very hopeful for Darwin Jones. Andy Fox. Perfectly at home on that left wing defensively.
Played and started the first 2 games of the season as a left back. Obviously in the last game having a slide in a little more centrally in the absence of Mishak Jerome, so he's very comfortable in the left back position. It's a like for like with him and James Kiffey swapping out, so he's at home in that position.
Lofted up, trying to run it down. It'll come to Ketterer first. Ketterer does well, gets it up to Ross. Here's Trotter. Owusu Ansa. And a throw in coming for El Paso. Fans follow the El Paso Locomotive FC and the rest of the USL Championship all season long on ESPN Plus, home to the USL, MLS, UFC, and more. Join the over 2 million sports fans who've already discovered ESPN Plus and watch the championship live every week. Sign up today at ESPNplus.com. Great work by Seaton just to keep it away from Contreras. Owusu Ansa. Foul. Owusu Ansa lift a little bit in on Nick Ross. And may go into the book for it. And here comes the caution. Elton Garcia booking Owusu Ansah in the 79th minute. And Locomotive FC with the restart coming. They'll let Yuma do the duties from out there.
You see the Locomotive managing this, the last 12 to 10 minutes of this game a little differently. Normally on these free kicks, you'll see Chiro Togo advance forward and look to get on the end of it. However, with them being up 1-0, really looking for their first win at home, or first win of the season, they're holding them back a little bit more.
Here's Fox. He'll loft one in. Yuma not able to get there. Rebellon will. Crosses back over the back heel. Salgado. What an effort.
Great job by Brian Rebellon to run that ball down and serve a ball into the box. Unfortunately, it was behind Brian Omar Salgado, so there was really nothing he can do but look to flick that towards the back post. Unfortunately, not to get enough power on it and really test the goalkeeper.
That was almost Latan-esque. The difference would have been if it had gone in.
Yeah, Zlatan is he's a different breed though.
Yes, he is.
He's putting that in the back of the net, top corner.
As you say, though, Salgado did well just to get a hook onto that. And an excellent thought in traffic. Trotter goes over the top of Salgado. Omar Salgado, as we see, look at the replay here. It's the quick restart. Logan Ketterick. The save of the game. Vinicius rolls that into touch. Rebellon. Getting word from Garcia as to exactly where he may throw it in. Contreras. Great spin move to get away. Drawing a crowd, 1 against 4. Dancing with it off to the corner he goes. Seba Contreras. Ole. All the way down, and finally Owusu Ansah is able to get it away from him. But that's fine. You go to the corner and force somebody to come and do something to you.
Yeah, he's got to release that ball. Richie Ryan was wide open. You see Richie Ryan very demonstrative in the midfield telling him, I'm wide open, give me the ball. We have to maintain possession. That's the one thing that they didn't do towards the end of the last game against RGV Toros. So we've already seen them sort of change their approach a little bit more, and we're looking to manage this game differently than they did the last game. Last game they sat back a little bit more. Now they're looking to possess it and see out these last 8 to 10 minutes.
82nd minute. Orange County lofts one in. Michael Seaton trying to get there. He's always away from him. Nick Ross. Rebellon. Nice thought. Trying to find Salgado, but a bit off target. Leonardo still getting it done. Darwin Jones. Good work by Partida. Well, they'll recover. Here's Amico. Dupree. Jones is the man down. Lofted to the far post, and Michael Seaton just a little too tall. Might have caught a bit of that El Paso breeze on the way out as well.
And Logan Ketterer is very okay letting that ball roll out of bounds, waste a few more seconds, run a few more seconds off the clock. It's really, really important that El Paso manage this game, manage these last 7 minutes, 7.5 minutes well. They have to manage it better than they did against RGV Toros. So far, so good. However, there's still plenty of time left in this game.
Looking for their first win. Both of these teams looking for their first victories. Into the middle. Solid work to get out of pressure. Dupree. Forrester. Tangle of bodies with Contreras, and it is Forrester who commits the foul.
I'm sure Sebastian Contreras would be content to stay down a few more seconds, to wait a few more seconds off the clock.
Certainly.
Have the referee come over and have a little chat. Again, it's about managing the rest of this game. One thing that I've noticed about Orange County is they've moved Liam Trouter out of the back line, and now he's playing on the front line. So it looks like they're playing with 3 in the back, 4 in the midfield, and then 3 up top. So they're really pushing, looking for that tying goal. So it's an opportunity for El Paso to hit them on the counter and make them pay for pushing numbers forward.
Salgado. Contreras. Locomotive earning the throw-in, and Contreras, as you might expect, will leave it off for Andy Fox. To a spot for Salgado, who wins more of those battles than you think for a guy who's 6'4". Giro and Toko making sure that stays out of dangerous hands or feet.
Boys over there taking a few more seconds to throw the ball in.
Smart young men. Here's Mariano. Popped back up by Mishak Jerome. Owusu Ansah will bring it down. At that big forehead, Liam Trouter waiting for service. Bounced out, Mishak Jerome comes for Contreras, and Partida off to the races. The counter is on. Partida will slow things down, rolls it to a space for Salgado. Salgado trying to fight off Leonardo, and it's a corner kick. Last touched by the Brazilian. Great work by Salgado.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he's done terrific since he's been asked to go from the left side of the midfield into that central forward role. He's done well. He's adjusted to it, and he's really been a threat against Leonardo and the back line of Orange County.
Short corner to Contreras, who'll dance away. Oh my, puts that on a string and forces the touch. And another corner kick coming. No, just a foul.
Game management is the name of the game right now. We have to manage these last 4 minutes properly.
Into the 87th we go. Little discussion. You take it, no, you take it. Meanwhile, Orange County SC, words with Elton Garcia. Darwin Jones trying to get set. Garcia says a little further back, please. Partida, Contreras. Again, Contreras gets it over the end line, but last to touch it, it'll be a goal kick. That little dance, though, took about 3 minutes off the clock. Mcclain. Trouter gets ahead to that. But so does Yuma, and it'll be out for an Orange County throw. How about that interception? Contreras. Wide, Partida. Right down the middle. Partida whips one in! Partida with a brace! Locomotive FC looking like they are going to get win number 1. Partida into the upper part of the net.
That's a great win by Sebastian Contreras in the midfield, and an even better ball finding Edson Partida on the outside. Weighted ball, perfectly weighted ball. All he had to do was take a touch and strike it. It's a great win in the midfield by Sebastian Contreras. A great ball out wide to Edson Partida, and a great finish.
Edson Partida on loan from Toluca. They may never let him go back. How about that? Over Mcclain's shoulder. The smoke pots are going. the 8th notch with something to celebrate in a Saturday night in El Paso. And the players having to be separated. As you see the 8th notch behind Mcclain's goal. Elton Garcia getting word from his first assistant, Jennifer Garner, as to what might have happened, and will there be cards here after both teams were involved in a little fracas. Yellows, Orange County. Darwin Jones gets one here in the 90th minute now. I'm sure the stoppage time is probably going to be a little more at the end than it was at the end of the first half. Andrew Fox saying that he got a little bit in the gut, but also gets issued the caution.
Looks like there was a little pushing match between Michael Seaman and Andrew Fox, with Darwin Jones jumping in at some point in that. Referee looks like he's handled the situation. He settled it down. He can get on with play.
Orange County SC in danger of staying winless in its first 4 matches. You say, though, they've been here before, and they've certainly went out and gotten some veteran players. Mcclain has done decently well in net for them tonight, as Locomotive FC earns the throw-in from deep in their own territory. And we have yet to hear the word from the 4th official as to stoppage time.
This is a much better job of managing the lead in this game with El Paso than last game. I know it's something that Coach Mark Lowry worked on and he touched on during the week, so I'm sure he's very happy with how they've managed it, and even more happy with how Edson Partida has
4 minutes of stoppage time. Partida, crossover. Partida takes it all the way to the end line, and an easy grab from Mcclain at the end. Quick on the restart, looking for Trotter. Bounces to Mishak Jerome. Blasted. Over for the throw.
You see Omar Salgado there telling Edson Partida, just take it to the corner. We're up 2-0 with less than 4 minutes left in the game. Let's manage this game. Again, that's the youthful side of Edson Partida coming out. All right, last game it was him not tracking a man. This game it's him not recognizing, oh, we're up 2-0. There's 4 minutes left in the game. Let me kill this off and just take the ball into the corner flag. It's a great job by Omar Salgado there, being a veteran, being a leader, and talking to the young man.
A restart from Ketterer. A minimum of 4 minutes stoppage time here. A slip by Crisostomo. Great work by Salgado, trying to get by the linesman, and he's asking for a little help from Christian Campo. Hey man, nice pick. That draws the ire of 8th notch.
Yeah, most players are probably ran him over, but Omar Salgado was a much nicer guy than most players.
You're saying you wouldn't have given him the break?
I'm not saying I would have ran him over, but some players would have ran him over.
Somehow, I think you're saying what I think you're saying. Joshua Castellanos about ready to come on to replace Nick Ross, who's done some yeoman's work tonight. Here in the 90th. And Nick Ross all the way over on the other touch line.
Great job, great game by Nick Ross. It didn't get on the board, but what's amazing, what's unique about him is not what he does. It's not him being on the score sheet. It's the intangibles, the amount of work he's asked to put in, the tucking in, going forward to create numbers up, the coming out and to flatten out in the midfield as a midfield 4. It's so much work that's not seen on a score sheet. So great job tonight by Nick Ross.
Throw in coming for Owusu Ansah. The long throw into the box, headed out of trouble, and that was big number 9, Omar Salgado. They'll spray that one back in, but it's over the back line. Got to think maybe just 60 seconds or so remain in this 4 minutes of stoppage time. Logan Ketterer will certainly take as much time as he can. The celebration is going on in section 105 right now.
They've waited for this. They've anticipated this very moment. They thought they had it last week, but they had to wait one more week. I'm sure they'll enjoy this.
Contreras, here's Salgado. He's tripped up, and they will give the free kick. Leonardo has fought a good fight. Does get the caution, a handshake for Salgado, though. He knew what he was doing. And this restart may do it. Salgado certainly put in his time tonight. Stick around, we'll have our estrella of the match. A look at the highlights as well. And thankfully for Locomotive fans, there are a couple of good ones. Seba Contreras goes backward. Partida, a little spin move. Lost a handle on it. And that's it. It's all over. Locomotive FC with their first win of the season. 2-0 over Orange County.
It's a great night for the organization. It's a great night for the fans here in El Paso. It's a great night for the team. They knew this moment was coming. They knew they had to be patient. They knew the wins were going to come if they stuck to what they've done, what they're good at, and the amount of work that they put in so far this season.
Edson Partida with the brace. Great work from top to bottom. 2-0 Locomotive FC and Mark Lowry. How about that? Happiness for his young forward. 2-0 is your final score. El Paso Locomotive FC over Orange County SC to improve to 1-2-1 in the season. Back with more after this. The perfect view from section 105 at Southwest University Park. Locomotive 2, Orange County SC 0. The first win of the season for Locomotive FC, and they came off the foot of the young man on loan from Toluca, Edson Partida. Smashes away on the rebound off Salgado's attempt. And then in the open field, off to the races he goes. Big goals for Edson Partida, big goals for Locomotive FC. First win of the season. We'll see you in a couple of weeks. Right here, you're watching Locomotive Soccer.